Sirach chapter 35 verses 12 to 14, and 16 to 18. The prayer of the lowly pierces the clouds. The Lord is a God of justice, who knows no favorites. Though not unduly partial toward the weak, yet he hears the cry of the oppressed. The Lord is not deaf to the wail of the orphan, nor to the widow when she pours out her complaint. The one who serves God willingly is heard, his petition reaches the heavens. The prayer of the lowly pierces the clouds, it does not rest till it reaches its goal, nor will it withdraw till the Most High responds, judges justly and affirms the right, the Lord will not delay. I believe we need to back up one verse which will help us better understand today's reading. Verse 11, but offer no bribes, these he does not accept. Trust not in sacrifice of the fruits of extortion. Verse 12, for he is a God of justice, who knows no favorites. For a bribe to work you must possess something the other person wants or needs. Such a tactic would not work with God. What could you offer God that he wants or needs? It makes no difference if you are a child or an adult. A prayer that sounds like, God, I didn't study for the test, but if you let me pass, I'll go to church every morning for a week. Verse 12 now makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Why would a just God alter the course of history, to become unjust? Justice would not be served by you passing a test for which you did not study, because you would obtain a reward for something to which you were not entitled. Justice would not be served by a politician who sells their vote in order to gain a large donation to their re-election campaign. Justice would not be served by a banker who is bribed to approve a shaky loan. I'm sure you can think of many other examples. We have a just God, and a just God, justly. Now ask yourself this question, what could I bribe God with that he doesn't already have? The answer is nothing. God created everything that you consider valuable. Oh, I'll pray more, go to church more, help the widows, orphans, homeless in order that I may earn my way into heaven. Sorry, that won't work either. Yes, you are doing good, but for the wrong reasons. Just in case you are trying to bribe God into doing something, forget it. In Luke chapter 18 verses 9 to 14 we see the tax collector, a humble man, who acknowledges his sins, going home justified, but not the proud Pharisee who was only doing God's will in order to get his admission ticket to heaven. You may be able to bribe your way into a concert or get special seats in a restaurant, but in order to do that the ticket taker has to be dishonest. God is the God of truth, light, and honesty, thus he is unable to perform any kind of deceit. Clearly then, he can't be bribed. Verse 17, the prayer of the lowly, the humble, pierces the clouds, it does not rest till it reaches its goal. Verses 13 and 14, though not unduly partial toward the weak, yet he hears the cry of the oppressed. He is not deaf to the wail of the orphan, nor to the widow when she pours out her complaint. These are the people who are most marginalized and can't exist without the support of others. Could it be that God will send people into their lives that will provide that support? In verse 17 we read, the prayer of lowly pierces the clouds, it does not rest till it reaches its goal. Just like the widow, she didn't stop praying until her prayers reached heaven and the ear of God. Humble prayer is your recognition that God is in charge and you are not. When you take an active part in Mass, it is your recognition that God is in charge, and you are not. When your hand deposits money in the collection basket, you will be providing for the widows, the orphans, the weak and homeless, and not expecting to get anything in return. When you do a good work and expect nothing in return, it is a form of worship that is acceptable to the Lord. Truly a gift of love unmotivated by pride or an attempted bribe is a gift to God. Psalm 149 verse 4, for the Lord takes delight in his people and honors the poor with victory.